And the thing is, when our delusions are strong, they overpower us. And we can understand this about delusions. Delusions are our inner enemies. They are the public enemy number one. They are the thing that causes all our pain and problems. Delusions. Deluded minds and deluded actions are the cause of all the suffering, because deluded actions are negative karma. And that negative karma comes back to bite us later. So we are under the control of our negative minds. And because of that, then we engage in harmful actions, and then we experience bad karma and pain and suffering in our lives. So what's this person telling us through having harmed us in the past? They're telling us that we harmed others in the past. That person is like a mirror showing us how we behaved and what we did. Because whatever they did to us, we did to others at some time, probably in the very distant past, maybe thousands of lifetimes ago, when we were a different person, a completely different person. But there's a connection between who we are now and the person who did that thing, in that, there's a continuum of self that has stretched over many lifetimes. We knocked that domino back in that life, and all this time, the dominoes have been falling throughout all these lifetimes until finally they come back to us, comes back to us. So karma as a concept is, I think we can understand it intellectually, but it's quite challenging when we try to apply it to our own life. Because we get the feeling that Buddha is blaming us for our problems, but Buddha isn't blaming us. Buddha is just explaining very dispassionately the law of cause and effect. What goes around comes around. If you cause suffering to others, others will cause suffering to you. If you do good to others, others will do good to you. Like, for example, Buddha said, from giving comes wealth. So you ask yourself this question: why are some people wealthy? Why are some people poor? It's due to karma. We could use another word for karma, couldn't we? We could use luck. Good luck and bad luck. Why some people have a lot of good luck? Because they create a lot of good karma and it's ripening. Why do people have bad luck? Because they create a lot of bad karma and now it's ripening. So it's all happening within our own mind. It's our mind that's creating all these appearances and experiences from our karma. So when we look back to the past and we think about these experiences, then we can learn from them. We can forgive others for what they did to us, because in a very real sense, they couldn't help it. If they had more control over their mind, then they wouldn't have done those things, but they didn't. So you can't blame people for not being in control, because we're not in control a lot of the time. And that's the other thing, we can let ourselves off the hook as well, because we can look back to the past and think, all the very hurtful things that I've said and done is all coming from my delusions. The way that we need to think about ourselves and others is that we are all good, fundamentally good people, That we all have an innate compassion and love. But that love and compassion is polluted or covered by all these negative minds that we suffer from, these delusions. So in a very real sense, we're like a person who's suffering from a mental illness. You can't blame a mentally ill person for behaving in a mentally ill way. They are responsible for their actions, but the thing that's making them perform and act in that way is their delusion.